Hurricanes, typhoons, and cyclones are all powerful storms. They can cause significant damage and affect millions of people. Despite having different names, they are very similar in nature. The primary difference lies in where they occur. Understanding these terms can help you better prepare for such natural disasters. These storms are all types of tropical cyclones. Tropical cyclones are large, rotating storm systems. They form over warm ocean waters. They bring strong winds, heavy rains, and can lead to severe flooding. Knowing the differences between hurricanes, typhoons, and cyclones is important for meteorologists and the general public. People often use these terms interchangeably. However, meteorologists use specific terms based on the storm's location. This helps in tracking and predicting the storm's path. It also aids in issuing warnings and preparing for potential impacts. In this essay, we will explore the differences and similarities between these storms. We'll look at their scientific definitions, geographic locations, naming conventions, and the types of damage they cause. By the end, you'll have a clear understanding of these powerful weather phenomena. Hurricanes, typhoons, and cyclones are all terms for tropical cyclones. A tropical cyclone is a rapidly rotating storm system with a low-pressure center and strong winds. These storms produce heavy rain. Hurricanes occur in the North Atlantic and Pacific. Typhoons are in the Northwest Pacific. Cyclones are in the South Pacific and Indian Ocean. These definitions help scientists classify and study these storms. The names of these storms depend on where they form. Hurricanes occur in the North Atlantic and Pacific. They often affect the United States and the Caribbean. Typhoons happen in the Northwest Pacific Ocean. This includes Japan and the Philippines. Cyclones are found in the South Pacific and Indian Ocean. They affect Australia, India, and Bangladesh. Naming conventions vary by region. Understanding these locations is crucial for preparedness. Naming these storms makes it easier to communicate about them. Meteorologists use a set list of names to identify each storm. This system helps avoid confusion, especially when multiple storms occur at the same time. In the Atlantic and eastern North Pacific, hurricanes are named by the National Hurricane Center. They have a rotating list of names used every 6 years. For example, in 2021, names like Anna, Bill, and Claudette were used. If a storm is particularly deadly or costly, its name is retired. In the Northwest Pacific, typhoons are named by the Japan Meteorological Agency. They use names contributed by countries in the region. These names include cultural references from each country. For example, a typhoon might be named Maysak after a Cambodian tree. Cyclones in the South Pacific and Indian Ocean are named by various meteorological agencies in those regions. For instance, the Australian Bureau of Meteorology names cyclones in the Australian region. Names like Darwin and Yasi have been used in the past. These naming conventions are important for tracking and information dissemination. They help the public stay informed about the development and progression of these storms. Simple and memorable names make it easier for people to follow weather reports and take necessary actions. Section 5. Types of damage. Tropical cyclones, regardless of their name, can cause extensive damage. The strong winds can uproot trees, damage buildings, and down power lines. Wind speeds in these storms can exceed 150 miles per hour, causing widespread destruction. Heavy rainfall is another major aspect of these storms. The rain can lead to severe flooding, especially in low-lying areas. Floodwaters can inundate homes, roads, and infrastructure. This can disrupt transportation, communication, and essential services. Storm surges are also a significant threat. A storm surge is a rise in sea level caused by a storm. The surge can flood coastal areas, causing damage to properties and habitats. The combination of high winds, heavy rain, and storm surge makes these storms particularly dangerous. In addition to physical damage, these storms can cause economic and social impacts. They can disrupt local economies, displace populations, and lead to loss of life. Recovery and rebuilding efforts can take years, putting a strain on resources and communities. Section 6. Impact on human lives. The impact of these storms on human lives can be devastating. They can cause injuries and fatalities. People might lose their homes and belongings. The emotional toll can be significant, leading to stress and mental health issues. In many regions, these storms can lead to large-scale evacuations. People have to leave their homes and seek shelter in safer areas. This can be a challenging and stressful experience, especially for vulnerable populations like the elderly and children. The aftermath of a storm can also bring health risks. Floodwaters can be contaminated, leading to waterborne diseases. The lack of clean water, food, and medical supplies can exacerbate the situation. Power outages can disrupt healthcare services and communication networks. Community support and resilience play a crucial role in recovery. Local and international aid can help affected areas rebuild. Volunteers and organizations often step in to provide assistance. Long-term recovery plans are essential for helping communities bounce back from such disasters. Section 7. Famous storms in history. Several storms have left a significant mark on history. Hurricane Katrina in 2005 is one of the most infamous hurricanes in the United States. It caused massive flooding in New Orleans and led to over 1,800 deaths. The economic damage was estimated at $125 billion. Typhoon Haiyan, also known as Yolanda, hit the Philippines in 2013. It is one of the strongest tropical cyclones ever recorded. The storm caused over 6,000 deaths and displaced millions of people. The international community provided extensive aid for recovery efforts. Cyclone Nargis struck Myanmar in 2008. It caused a humanitarian crisis with over 130,000 fatalities. The storm surge and flooding devastated the Irrawaddy Delta, causing widespread destruction and displacement. These storms are reminders of the power and unpredictability of nature. They highlight the importance of preparedness and effective response strategies. Learning from past events can help improve future disaster management and resilience. Section 8. Preparation and safety measures. Preparation is key to minimizing the impact of these storms. Meteorological agencies monitor weather patterns and provide early warnings. These warnings give people time to evacuate and take necessary precautions. Building codes and infrastructure improvements can reduce damage. Structures designed to withstand strong winds and flooding perform better during storms. Coastal defenses like levees and seawalls can protect against storm surges. Emergency plans and drills are also crucial. Communities should have evacuation routes and shelters identified. Individuals should have emergency kits with essentials like water, food, and medications. Public awareness campaigns help educate people about the risks and safety measures. Knowing what to do before, during, and after a storm can save lives. Cooperation between government agencies, organizations, and the public is essential for effective disaster response. Section 9. Conclusion. Key differences and similarities. In conclusion, hurricanes, typhoons, and cyclones are all tropical cyclones. They differ mainly in their geographic locations. Hurricanes occur in the North Atlantic and eastern North Pacific. Typhoons are found in the Northwest Pacific. Cyclones occur in the South Pacific and Indian Ocean. Despite their different names, these storms share similar characteristics. They have strong winds, heavy rains, and can cause storm surges. The damage they cause can be extensive, affecting infrastructure, economies, and human lives. Naming conventions help in tracking and communicating about these storms. Preparation and safety measures are crucial for minimizing their impact. Learning from past storms can improve future responses. Understanding these powerful weather phenomena can help you stay informed and prepared. Remember, knowledge and preparedness are key to staying safe during these natural disasters.